We'll continue our virtual availability this afternoon with members of the Minnesota Frost. I'll turn things over to the team's media relations manager, Joe Anderson, to introduce his representatives and take us through the Q&A.
Sounds good. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, JF. And just a quick note, the Frost will have a pregame skate at TD Place tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m., and we'll have availability following that skate if members of the media would like to attend. We'll bring Ken Klee in, our head coach, and Mellissa Channell-Watkins. Defender will join us. You can line up with your questions for Ken and Mellissa, and I'll just tee it up with Ken quickly. Familiar territory, being down 0-1 in a playoff series. Does your message to the team change at all as you head into game 2 of the series tomorrow night at TD Place?
No, I don't really think so. We know it's going to be a tough series. Obviously, we've unfortunately found ourselves in the situation now here in 4 straight series. So, but we're just looking ahead. We know the next game is the biggest one, and that's what we're focused on.
And let's just get a quick question in for Mellissa as we bring her in. A veteran now of 3 playoff series with the Frost, a member of the Walter Cup champion team last season. Mellissa, just your thoughts on the game last night and what Ottawa brought to the game in this first game of the series, and just personally what you took away from last night.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into it was going to be a tough battle. They're a very physical team, very hard team to play against. But we knew if we stick to our game, things will go our way. So I think moving forward, we just have to remember all the little things we did right and things that we were able to do successfully in that and kind of roll it over into the next game.
And we'll look for hands in the air if members of the media have questions. We can go to Tyler Keel right away. Go ahead, Tyler.
Thanks, Joe. Tyler Keel, Daily Face-Off. Both these for Coach Klee here. Coach, you just mentioned it there, the losing that game 1 all 4 times now in the playoffs for Minnesota. I mean, I guess since you've won the first 3 series in the team's history, do you view that as a problem? Do you like playing, I guess, the come from behind method? What are your overall thoughts on that?
We're definitely not trying to play from behind, but it's just one of those things. It's a long series. I mean, playoffs are tough. It's tough to win games. We just kind of it's the spot we found ourselves in the past, and unfortunately, we're in it again. But again, it's a long series. It's the first team to win 3, and we know that. So we did some good things last night. We know we need to clean up some things, and we'll be looking forward to that tomorrow.
And kind of looking at going up against a goalie like Gwen Phillips here. Obviously, she's made herself known on the international stage, and now as a Rookie of the Year candidate, Goalie of the Year candidate. What are some things that you're looking at from her that you think the team has to do to put a couple more by her in game 2?
Well, I think it's kind of the same message for all the top goalies in our league. I mean, there's so many good goaltenders, and obviously she's one of them. Getting traffic to the net, trying to get there and make sure that we get traffic there. We get take away your eyes, get second chances, all those things that we talk about with all the goalies in our league. We just got to make sure we stay on it.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. Let's go to the Twin Cities. Jerry Zagota with the Star Tribune. Jerry, go ahead.
Ken, to follow the line of the questioning of the losing of the game 1s, do you have them right where you want them now?
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said, we're not certainly trying to put ourselves in the hole, but it's playoffs. It's very difficult to win. It's very hard. We've started all these series on the road. It's very hard to win on the road, and so. But I think our group knows that, hey, we're a resilient group. We're going to stick with it. We know what we came here to do, to try to win one game, and that's what we're going to focus on.
And a follow-up for Mellissa, what kind of confidence does it give you just knowing that you guys have been here before, done it before?
I think it holds a lot. We have players who have won on multiple stages of their careers, whether it's NCAA, Olympics, World Championships, Walter Cup. So we know we have the belief in the room, and I think when we all come together, we know that we're capable of kind of playing our game and being successful with that. So definitely a lot of confidence.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Julien Paquette, go ahead.
Yes, for Coach Klee, you're talking about getting second opportunity here. I felt like last night there were some of these opportunity, whether it's come from a shot that was stopped by the goaltender, block shot, the rebound off the board. What's, I guess, the secret to try to make sure you get to those rebounds first ahead of Ottawa defenders?
Well, I think it's just, a lot of it's just second effort. I mean, obviously their defense did a tremendous job boxing out getting sticks, and she made the initial save. So for us, it's just about, stick with our process, stick with getting pucks in the net. We obviously need second effort on goals and plays, and obviously our players are trying to do that. So it's not like just one thing will make the difference. It's everyone, every shift, sticking together and everyone doing their job.
Okay. So, but I imagine you don't feel necessarily that the effort wasn't there necessarily last night. It's just I guess.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't a lack of effort. I mean, we put a lot of pucks on her. We got ourselves to high traffic areas, to danger areas, and then it's just about finishing. Whether it's getting the shot off quicker or maybe taking an extra second. Obviously, it depends on each play. For me, sometimes it's not how hard you shoot, but how quick. And because goalies are so good and so what I want to say, foundationally solid, when you give them a chance to get a clear look at the puck and be set, it's hard to score. So we need to kind of, get pucks a little quicker on net, take away our eyes, like I said earlier, and just get pucks there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julia. And Jerry, did you have another question?
Sure. Ask Ken. What was your take last night on the video review that looked to see if it was a major penalty?
I didn't, when they were looking at it, obviously we looked at it on the bench too. And, it's just one of those things that, I think it's good on the refs for taking a look at it, and just, then they can determine, the call they're going to make rather than just, guessing. I would rather have them go and take a look at it and go from there.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. And then Tyler Keel has another question. Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, back for Coach. I wasn't sure if this one was answered already. I had to step away for a quick second, but Hensley played pretty well last night. Maybe didn't get as much work as you guys put on Phillips there, but do we see Hensley in game 2, or is it going to be Rooney there in the rotation?
Yeah, I mean, we're still we're just kind of meeting as a staff now. We've kind of all watched the game this morning, and now we're getting together this afternoon. We'll get together later with the team, and then we'll make all those determinations then.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you, Tyler. We've got a couple minutes left. Maybe a quick question for Mellissa that I have. There was an interesting question for Ottawa. Jocelyn was asked about playing with Ashton Bell. Mellissa, you've been playing with Sophie Jakes for much of the season. What are your thoughts on playing with someone as dynamic as Sophie, and what is it like to be on the ice playing with her?
Yeah, it's honestly a huge honor to play with her. We played together at the end of the season last year, so to be able to carry it over into this year, I think we just kind of work off each other. Coach always hems on us to, get open for each other. And I think we've been able to kind of read off each other. Just playing with each other for that long, you kind of get used to what they do and how you can read off their body and what they are going to do with the puck. But I mean, she's an incredible person on the ice, but even off the ice, she's one of my good friends. And we have a kind of similar aspect of, during hockey, we kind of just like to have fun. I know some people like to talk about certain plays and certain things that are going on, but Sophie and I just keep it positive, keep it short and simple. And, watching her do her thing has honestly been so much fun, and I'm glad I get to do it right next to her.
And you've been able to move past being a Wisconsin Badger, and she's an Ohio State Buckeye. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State wasn't as good as they are now when I was playing, so there wasn't as big of a rivalry, but it's just awesome to see how the game is growing, and now it's, we can look past that, especially since we're teammates now, which is good.
And Ken, maybe a quick question for you about your defensive core. You have some prolific scorers in that core, and then you have a player like Mellissa, who is a shutdown defender, but also has that ability to get the puck up the ice. How beneficial is that as a coach to have players out there that can move pucks up the ice the way your D-core can?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I think the way the game is played today, when you have puck movers back on the back end, not only that they defend well, but they can move their feet and make plays with the puck. I just think it really helps your offense by having defenders being able to move their feet and make a good play with the puck. And we work on it every day, and they certainly buy into that. Mellissa does a great job of it.
All right, if we don't have any more questions, we'll wrap it up, and we'll let Ken and Mellissa go, and thank them for their time today, and thank the rest of the media for your time as well. Again, the Frost will have a morning skate tomorrow at 11 a.m., and there will be availability following that skate. So if the media is showing up, check in with me when you get there, and we'll have more information about our schedule as we head back to Minnesota on Friday. Thanks to Paul and the PWHL PR group for setting up the call today. Thanks to JF for working the first half of it. And anybody that has any questions about the Frost can feel free to reach out to me via email or cell phone. I'll be happy to answer that. And we'll say goodbye for today.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks, Andy.
everyone.